last night, no matter what, traveling in here, we have to go take the game away from them. So, that's what I've been kind of mentioning here this morning. I'm going to mention again tonight that we have a style of play, a way we want to play, and we've done a good job the first 3 games, but now we got to do it again. It was good that we got this little break. You'd like to keep playing when you're moving along and winning, but at the end of the day, we got to work on some other areas. Again, we got to touch on some stuff maybe that we haven't really talked about in a couple of weeks, and now it was just more tonight. It's about our speed, how fast we play, getting after them, not handing them offense by maybe poor puck decisions, whatever it is. It's just attacking them as fast as we can.
Especially with what you're going into. You talked about it earlier in the week, whatever it is, every other day for 27 days or something like that. In a perfect world, I guess you'd be able to deploy shift-wise the 3 defense pairs and all forward lines.
I would hope to.
As you have, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to continue. Obviously, depends what happens in this situation. If it's one of those games, they got in one last night. All it was specialty teams, especially the second period. Hopefully, we don't get into something like that. But at the end of the day, it'll get itself based on kind of what's going on in the game. But we're a 4-line, 6 defense team. I think that allows us to play at a high pace. It allows us to have pressure and be in attack mode all the time. We get out there. Lower numbers, longer shifts, it doesn't play to advantage.
Scott, what have you liked about the Miller-Fleury pairing in the first 3 games?
They've been, probably the best way is I really haven't noticed them in the sense of they just go do their jobs. And that's been great that they've been consistent. There's been times when they've been out against the 4th line. There's times when they're out against the 1st line. And it's happened in all 3 games, and they've, done their jobs. And, all 3 of them have all 2 of them have the ability to move the puck. They're big physical guys, which I like as well, boxing out, keeping people away from the front of the net. So more than anything, they're just being consistent with their game. I know Millsy, but not really knowing Fleur. Kind of getting him to kind of look the same every shift, and that's kind of what we're seeing.
What did you learn about Tyler Toffoli last year after his arrival?
Well, you know what? He's obviously been he's elite goal scorer in this league. Got another one last night. He scores. He has a way to put pucks in net. He knows how to find holes. He gets himself. He's got a tricky, quick release on that shot of his. He's a veteran guy that they brought in to help a lot of their young kids, and he ended up obviously played a big role for us in that after the deadline. And at the end of the day, he's a veteran guy that knows what it takes to play in this league and have success.
You mentioned, the Sharks look different. How do they look different stylistically?
They're in attack mode. I know this coach is coming over sort of from the Carolina organization. They're pressure. They're coming. They're going to get in your face, whether it's through the neutral zone. The forecheck, they're coming heavy. Same thing, when it comes to the D zone, they're not giving you a lot of time and space. They're not going to back off and allow you to have room. They're going to try to pressure you as much as they can. Watch the Dallas game, watch the St. Louis game. They gave them everything. Last night was, like I said, it was a specialty teams game, it looked like, but against those other 2 teams, they put a lot of pressure and they put a lot of sort of heat on, whether it was the defense or the forwards, and so we got to make sure that our support, our puck management is real good against them.
Just some housekeeping. The latest on Ville. Has he skated yet, or is there a time?
Ville is not on the ice. If he is, he's quietly on the ice, but nothing heavy yet. No, I don't even think he's on yet.
Okay. Any idea when that, what the target is? We'll see.
Nope. Can't wait on that one.
Just one more for me, Scott, to go back to what you were just talking about, where it became a special teams game last night. How much does that benefit you? Because for the first 3 games, you've been able to play it far more 5-on-5. You've only been shorthanded 5 times. What is it you guys are doing to stay out of the penalty box in particular through those first 3 games that you've seen?
One thing we talk about is checking with your legs. Obviously, you get in situations where you start using your sticks. That's 80% of the calls are stick infractions. So staying off people that way, and when we close quick, when we defend quick, it keeps us out of those reach-in situations. just, that always turns itself. Some days, some stretches you go where you don't take penalties. Other times, it seems like they're coming one right after the other. So we've been good that way, but I think it starts a lot with our stick detail and making sure that we're not getting it into people.